UK government proposals go to plan. 300 asylum seekers are to be housed in an army barracks in central Inverness while they wait for their applications to stay to be processed. The Prime Minister, Sir Keir Starmer, is under pressure to move asylum seekers out of hotels, which are costing the public purse billions of pounds, and into cheaper accommodation. But Highland Council says it's had very little consultation over the plans and very little detail. This is what some locals thought of the move.
In the town's not so great. If the barracks were out of the town, it would be a bit better.
I don't think it's an appropriate place to put them. It's quite close to a school. It's not far from Rigmore area, the whole hospitals and everything else. So no, I'm not at all content that it's a good plan.
Well, if the barracks are lying empty and these people need somewhere to live, I don't see why they shouldn't use the barracks if that's a better solution than putting them up in hotels.
Yeah, I think it's fine. They've got to go somewhere, haven't they? And if it's available, why not?
House them somewhere safe until those claims are processed and either they're allowed to stay or they're sent away from the country.
Well, I spoke to the local Liberal Democrat MP, Angus MacDonald, about what he thought of the plans.
They have alighted on Cameron Barracks as one to move into. And Cameron Barracks is smack bang in the middle of the city of Inverness. It is, to all intents and purposes, just as bad as a migrant hotel. And I suspect that the Home Office thought, well, that is rural, so we'll put it there. But it's surrounded by housing. It's a 10-minute walk to the high street. And I think it's a very inappropriate place to have 300 young men who are not in an area where they have any sort of cultural relationship. There's no Sudanese or Yemenis population in that area. So I think they'll be lonely and unoccupied, and it is not good for the locals to have them there anyway.
And what about local reaction in the area? How do you think people actually living in Inverness feel about the possibility of this?
Well, I can say that the constituencies are very unhappy about it. And there has been a huge amount of social media and incoming emails and phone calls to my office. So I know that the locals are up in arms and the councillors are very unhappy about this. Nobody learnt about this until today. So me as the MP was not notified by the Home Office, who are quite embarrassed about that, until 7:10 this morning when I got a call from the BBC. And that was the first time I'd heard about it. And indeed, the councillors have still not been properly briefed or have not been briefed by Highland Council officials. So it's been sprung on everybody. No consultation and no, as far as we're concerned, no consideration of the appropriateness of the site.
And is Inverness, are the Highlands able to properly accommodate and look after these asylum seekers, as well as taking care of their own residents?
Well, 300 is a heck of a lot. They will not be getting training. I suspect they were getting bored, and I am pretty certain that quite a significant number of them will abscond south.
And what do you expect next from the Home Office?
Well, I am writing to the Home Office. I've had calls with officials today, but I'm writing to the ministers, Alex Norris, and asking him to reconsider it. I'm saying it's the town centre. It's very like a migrant hotel in many ways, and an inappropriate place to put these 300 people. So we'll wait and see, but we're going to put a lot of pressure on. As far as I'm concerned, the game starts today.
Angus MacDonald there. Thank